ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, at a green, renewable festival, and I heard about the book he was writing then, because it wasn't even finished yet, but Alcohol Can Be a Gas. First, I just thought that title was hilarious, and and then I met him, and I think I even had a sip of fuel at the time. I was feeling good, and I was just excited that it's like I'm constantly amazed and surprised at the things that we already knew that we need to learn again, and I mean the fact that so many all of our original cars were meant to run on crops, that we could grow ourselves, and community-based systems and stuff. It just makes so much sense, and obviously something we're relearning, and I get really excited when I learn these things. And I'm a big fan of all kinds of non-petroleum ways to move ourselves around. Electric cars, I think, especially, or if they're run on renewable energy, like Ed runs his car on solar power. Biofuels, if they're made from, like Hunter said, sustainable feedstocks. It's part of the reason why I helped found an organization called the Sustainable Biodiesel Alliance. We were founded by a group who were originally very excited about the idea of biofuels, but very disturbed about the way that most people were putting their money into them, of course doing them in for the quickest return and the biggest crops, and not necessarily for the most ethical or sustainable feedstocks. And so we started an organization to try to identify those. We wanted to do it for all biofuels, but we figured we should not bite off more than we could chew and start with biodiesel first, because ethanol and alcohol fuel is a little more complicated. And so I'm really glad to have this book, because it's like Hunter was saying, it's like the Bible of alcohol as a gas, and really breaks it all down in a really comprehensible way. And so anyway, David offered to take the car that I drove in Kill Bill, the Trans Am, and convert it to be an alcohol burner, since it's such an iconic vehicle. And so I'm really excited that my car can run on alcohol and still drive a straight line. I don't think I could do the same, but it's going to be. It'll get you a ticket. It'll go really fast too. It's going to be amazing to be able to drive a clean burning car, and I hope to grow my own fuel as well. And so at some point I'm hoping to get into this still technology, get myself a license to have a still. And there's so many different, even just on my property, David was walking around with me and showing me, oh yeah, this cactus produces 8 to 12 times more alcohol fuel than corn, or this weed over here, and I've got tons of sumac and all kinds of stuff. So, and that grows back really fast, and of course causes a lot of fires. It's a very oily plant. So anyway, I think that we're in very dramatic and crisis-filled, but yet exciting times, because opportunity, obviously, in the midst of these crises is enormous. And so it's really inspiring to see teachers like Hunter and Ed and David teaching us all these things, and I'm excited to learn about it. So shall I turn it over to you? You want to introduce David?
I will. Pass
Okay.
me that book just so I can
All right,
hawk
good.
the book, and more importantly,